All right, time for our Pepsi player profile. Pleasure to be joined by Gyasi Zardes of Crew SC. And if you don't know Zardes and you don't follow Columbus Crew soccer, you don't follow soccer all that closely, Zardes is a name to know, and not just this year with Columbus. You've had a great career with the LA Galaxy before you got here, but let's talk a little bit about your time since you arrived here. You're among the league leaders in goals this season. Take us through that. How did you find that in your game? How did that come apparent to you?
So my time here with Columbus Crew has been great. Most importantly because I've been playing my natural position, which is the number 9 role, the center forward. But, this team allowed their striker to have numerous opportunities to score during games. With LA, I find it difficult to find those opportunities, but once I come here to Columbus, I'm starting to see the game in a different aspect.
That was something I was going to ask you about. You play for Coach Greg Berhalter and you're a striker. You're going to have an opportunity to score goals. And we saw it with both the Kamaras, both Ola and Kai, when they were occupying that role for Columbus. They were always around the net, always among the league leaders in goals. It wasn't just a fluke. It was intentional, it seemed, by the scheme. Can you explain that a little bit? What you've seen in the scheme that Greg runs that allows you that opportunity? Yeah,
so Greg and his coaching staff are very analytical with our opponents that we're going to play. And, from a striker's perspective, they taught me as soon as I joined the team in Arizona for preseason, they taught me how to be on the weak side of defenders, but also how to make certain runs which will allow myself to get free from a defender, which would allow myself to have an opportunity to score. And I think that's a huge role at the success for forwards that come here to this team.
It's interesting. Obviously, this is a team that's going through an interesting time in its history. On the field, excellent, doing a great job, right up to the finals last year, and then this season having a great run of it so far. But obviously the off-field issues that you just came into this year, you had nothing to do with anything, and you don't know all that much about what's going on. So how have you handled that as a player here with a family, a young family?
Yeah.
How have you gone about just trying to deal with that part of it and also just go do your job?
Yeah, so my wife, she's amazing. She's with our kids while I'm enjoying my profession, but at the same time, we always discuss with each other that home is wherever we both are. So whether we're here, whether we move, doesn't matter. Home is wherever I'm playing. But also, Greg makes it extremely important that we focus on the things we can control, which is once we step on that field, we can control the game and play. We don't have to focus on things that are out of our control, which is out of our control, not knowing if the team is going to stay or not.
So obviously that's affected attendance at Monterey Stadium this season, but there is a passionate core of fans that can't get enough of what you guys are doing and can't get enough of the team and its future. How have you been embraced by them this year?
Yeah, it's great that you point that out because I've had numerous occasions where supporters will run into me out on the street or at the grocery store, and they're so polite. It's great to witness that. I'm new to this city, new to this team, but yet they embrace me with open arms, and I really appreciate that.
You went to college in Bakersfield, and when did it become apparent to you that you may have something beyond college soccer?
Yeah, so before I even attended college, I was trying to go pro from high school, but my dad always stressed education. I was like, oh, Dad, I think I'd go pro. But you know what? Things didn't work out that way. So I went to Cal State University at Bakersfield, which I was coached by phenomenal coaches out there. But as I was a redshirt freshman, so as I was sitting out, I was learning a lot about myself, growing as a young adult. But also, I was like, I'm going to take this period seriously because I'm not playing because of obviously the NCAA regulation rules, but I'm going to utilize this time to become the best athlete I can. So once I do step on that field, I can do well, but also I can become a professional athlete, because I think college are vital years where great soccer players can mess up and make bad decisions, or great soccer players can make the right decisions and then go on to be professional athletes.
Now, there's one other thing I wanted to ask you about, because, if you're looking for Zardes on the field, ordinarily somewhere near the goal, but if you can't find him there, you can always look for his hair. So I wanted to ask you about the hairstyle.
Yeah.
It is a look now. How did you come up with it?
Yeah, so, when I first became a professional athlete, my grandparents used to attend the game, but my grandparents have bad eyes. So I figured, what if I, dye the middle of my hair blonde? It would be easier for them to spot me out. And sure enough, it really helped. It really helped my grandmother, because she first used to go to the stadium, and then she used to watch at home. And when she's watching me on television, it's so easy to spot me out. Or whenever I used to come out on the newspaper, she can just be like, there he is,
That's a true story?
It's absolutely true. I mean, I wouldn't have this crazy hairstyle if that wasn't true. Look at this.
No, it's fantastic. Man. That's what I mean. It's all, like, it's distinctive. It is uniquely used. Yeah. So it's kind of fantastic. Well, congratulations on the amazing season so far. And we selfishly hope that you're around for a long time, well beyond this year and right here in Columbus. So good to see you, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in. Gyasi Zardes, Crew SC, Audrey.